readers, and welcome back. I am Mrs. Lamondo. We left off reading the text of Medusa and Athena, where we learned that true beauty is on the inside. Now, let's take a look at the media version and see how it's similar or different than the text that we read.
Once upon a time, a long time ago, there lived a beautiful maiden named Medusa. Medusa lived in the city of Athens, in a country named Greece. And although there were many pretty girls in the city, Medusa was considered the most lovely. Unfortunately, Medusa was very proud of her beauty and thought or spoke of little else. Each day she boasted of how pretty she was, and each day her boasts became more outrageous. Medusa would gaze lovingly at her reflection in the mirror. She admired herself in her hand mirror for an hour each morning and evening. She even stopped to admire herself in the well each afternoon as she drew water for her father's horses, often forgetting to fetch the water in her distraction. On and on, Medusa went about her beauty to anyone and everyone who stopped long enough to hear her, until one day when she made her first visit to the Parthenon with her friends. The Parthenon was the largest temple to the goddess Athena in all the land. It was decorated with amazing sculptures and paintings. Everyone who entered was awed by the beauty of the place, and couldn't help but think of how grateful they were to Athena, goddess of wisdom, for inspiring them and watching over their city of Athens. Everyone, that is, except Medusa. When Medusa saw the sculptures, she whispered that she would have made a much better subject for the sculpture than Athena had. When Medusa saw the artwork, she commented that the artist had done a fine job, but imagine how much more wonderful the painting would be if it was of Medusa. And when Medusa reached the altar, she sighed happily and said, "My, this is a beautiful temple. It is a shame it was wasted on Athena, for I am so much prettier than she is. Perhaps someday people will build an even grander temple to my beauty." Medusa's friends grew pale. Whispers ran through all the people in the temple, who quickly began to leave, for everyone knew that Athena enjoyed watching over the people of Athens, and feared what might happen if the goddess had overheard. Before long, the temple was empty of everyone except Medusa, who was so busy gazing proudly at her reflection in the large bronze doors that she hadn't noticed the swift departure of everyone else. The image she was gazing at wavered, and suddenly, instead of her own features, it was the face of Athena that Medusa saw reflected back at her. "Vain and foolish girl," Athena said angrily. "You think you are prettier than I am? I doubt it to be true, but even if it were, there is more to life than beauty alone. While others work and play and learn, you do little but boast and admire yourself." Medusa tried to point out that her beauty was an inspiration to those around her, and that she made their lives better by simply looking so lovely. But Athena silenced her with a frustrated wave. "Nonsense," Athena retorted. "Beauty fades swiftly in all mortals. It does not comfort the sick, teach the unskilled, or feed the hungry. And by my powers, your loveliness shall be stripped away completely. Your fate shall serve as a reminder to others to control their pride." And with those words, Medusa's face changed to that of a hideous monster. Her hair twisted and thickened into horrible snakes that hissed and fought each other atop her head. Even you, Medusa, should you seek your reflection, shall turn to rock the instant you see your face. And with that, Athena sent Medusa with her hair of snakes to live with the blind monsters, the Gorgon sisters, at the ends of the earth, so that no innocents would be accidentally turned to stone at the sight of her.
Well, I saw a lot of similarities and some differences between our text and our media version. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our Google form we'll be completing. This is all about Medusa and Athena. Of course, you'll put your name. So in both the text and the media, where does Medusa live? So at the very start of our stories, is she in Athens, Greece, Mount Olympus, or the ends of the earth? In both the text and the media, what is Medusa boastful about? Boastful is another word for what does she brag about? Her weaving, her beauty, her friends. In the media, that's the video. Where is Medusa when Athena appears? At the ends of the earth, at the lake, at the Parthenon. In both the text and the media, how does Athena punish Medusa? She turns her into a monster with snakes for hair. She turns her into a gorgon with snakes for hair. She turns her into a monster with no hair. In both the text and the media, where does Athena banish Medusa? Does she banish her to the Parthenon with the Gorgon sisters? To the ends of the earth with the Gorgon sisters? To the temple with the Gorgon sisters? And last but not least, what lesson can be learned from Medusa and Athena? All right, fourth graders, that's all for today. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to check in with your teacher. Until next time, I'll see you then. Bye.